Okay, joining us on the call now, we have our fourth and final guest of the evening. It's a former Miss Bikini Island, Judy Fitzgerald. Judy, you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Excellent stuff. You sent a message earlier to one of my Facebook pages linking to an article from the 42.ie, and I decided to invite you on. Talking about this ring card girl situation, where do your thoughts lie on the fact that the darts have done away with the girls that lead the players to the ring, and boxing might also be following suit?
I feel like it's very disappointing because, like, at the end of the day, this is these girls' job, and like the feminists, they really should be for women, not against women, and they're putting women out of work, so that's not really empowering women. And as feminists, that's what they should be doing, empowering women.
A lot of the feminists, they're described as feminazis. That's quite a derogatory term. Would you go along with that, or do you think that they're doing it for the right reasons, they believe?
I don't think that they're doing it for the right reasons. Like, it seems more like jealousy than anything. Like, they keep saying that we're only there because we're pretty. Like, we're only there to look good, but it's actually not all about looks. Like, we have to, like, interact with the crowd, and it's not all about looks, you know. And they think that, like, we're just, you know, born, like, pretty. Like, it's, you really have to work to have a model figure. Like, it takes a lot of commitment, like, regarding, like, diet, training. Like, you don't just walk out to the ring like that. Like, you know, you really have to put the work in to look like that, like a ring girl, you know, like, to look fit, to look sporty. And what we don't want to come across as, like, glamour girls, like they're calling us. We want to be fit and sporty. That's the image we're trying to portray. We're trying to portray a healthy lifestyle. Like, we want to be role models for younger girls, and we are, because we get a lot of girls, like, asking us how we train, and they'd love to be able to get up there in the ring and do what we do. You know, there's a great buzz to it, and so many girls, it's such a great opportunity to put your best foot forward as a model. Like, you can really get noticed as a model. Like, many girls have been noticed as, like, Formula One girls, as darts girls, as ring girls. They might have started there and, you know, really worked up in their modelling career. So it's really disappointing because it's actually putting a stop to women's careers.
For you, it's a choice. Obviously, you do what you want to do. But some of these women, do they think that you're, like, sort of airheads who don't realise that you're being exploited?
Yeah, that's what they think. They think that we're airheads, but we're not. Like, I'm qualified nurse, fitness instructor and lifeguard, and I'm currently doing my postgrad in nursing at the moment. Like, we're not airheads. We know exactly what we're doing, and we wouldn't be as successful as we are if we were airheads.
You're from Cork, is that right, Judy?
No, I'm from Limerick, but I trained in Cork. I did my nursing training in UCC.
All right, okay. And can you just tell the listeners some of your experiences being a ring card girl in the boxing and in the MMA? Has it all been positive? Have you ever had, I mean, you obviously get the wolf whistling. Has there anyone ever tried to sort of grab hold of you or anything like that?
No, never. Like, I've worked for Bama, Red Corner Promotions, Celtic Clash. I've worked with Irish Daily Star, and these are all really, really professional companies. And if there was any, like, guarding, anything like that, like, they would be on top of it. Like, it's really strictly run. There's security guards. If there's any foul playing or anything like that, we'd never ever be treated with disrespect. Like, it's kind of like we're part of a family. Like, we all get on so well, like, everyone involved in the boxing and MMA. We always, like, go out for dinner and things afterwards. We love, like, waiting for the next shows. Like, I have a show now on the 3rd of March. It's Ireland's Last Man Standing, and it's going to be aired on TV. We're all, like, really looking forward to it because we might not have seen each other since the last show. And then I have another one on the 24th of March, Celtic Clash, and there are two events, like, I'm really looking forward to, and we're all really looking forward to it. And it's not just looking forward to show, it's looking forward to seeing each other, and we're there, like, to support each other, and we get on really, really well. It's really, really positive, like, being able to, like, work for a goal. Like, I'm working for the show. Like, that's my goal in my fitness. And then, like, I just can't wait to go out there, like, just to have the buzz of going out there in the big crowds and do my job. I just love it.
Yeah, we've got Judy Fitzgerald on the line, everybody, at Judy Fitzgerald _ on Twitter and Instagram. Is that right? And you're also on Facebook, Judy?
Yeah, my like page is Judy Fitzgerald.
Just briefly, if any of the guys want to ask any questions, I think Donny, you were going to jump in with one. This is Donny Baseball, one of our American contributors.
Yes, Judy. No, I was actually just thinking, it was funny you were saying how much difficulty goes into, if you're going to be a model, there's a lot of, fitness training and everything. Obviously, you want to look good. And it made me think, actually, and I don't know if you've ever thought about this before, but, at the weigh-ins, the ring card girls always appear at the weigh-ins as well. And you must I don't know have you ever thought about there's a kind of a commonality there between you and the fighters? Both of you have done quite a bit of training to look, at your very best for these occasions. It's kind of a weird exercise in and of itself. I mean, you have basically a predominantly male journalistic boxing, crowd, all of the fans, and they're up there sort of analyzing the fat content of the different male fighters' bodies, and at the same time you're standing there right now next to them. Have you ever thought about it in that way before?
I'm really scared.
I think the point he was making, Judy, just to add it a bit more concision, I think the point he was making was, do you ever see the commonality between yourself and the boxers at the weigh-ins? That you've both been, putting yourselves down into fighting shape. You're both scantily clad, all that type of thing. Yeah,
but that's why I think we all get on so well. We all get on so well because we're so similar. We're all like. So boxers wouldn't really drink that much. So ring girls wouldn't really drink because you can't, or we all eat healthy. Like, we're all training. We're all very similar. That's why we get on so well.
I think sometimes, do you ever feel like you're objectified?
No, I really don't. I really don't feel like I'm objectified. I really don't.
I'm just going to say
because I'm wearing like sports gear, like what I wear to the gym. So do I feel objectified when I go to the gym? No, I don't.
I mean,
if I go to the gym wearing the same gear, I don't feel objectified. Why, if I'm going into the ring, should I feel objectified?
Do you think that they might try and ban ring card girls, and then where does it end? Like, they might go out and try and ban Victoria's Secret models and all that next?
Yeah. It just does not make sense, and I just feel like it's more like jealousy than anything else, because their argument always is, we're just there to look pretty. We're just there to look pretty. That's like a model's job is to promote brands. That's what a model's job is. If we're hired as models, that's what we're there to do. That's our job. That's not like our thought like that. That's our job. That's our job. We're there to promote brands. We're there to look good. Like, we are models. Like, models look good. That's just the way it is. Like you don't have not good looking models. Like you're a model if you're good looking. That's the role.
And you're there to Go ahead.
And we're there to promote the brands and promote the show and entertain the crowd. That's what we're there for.
And also to promote things like the Irish Daily Star. You're there to put the brand forward as well.
Yeah, we're brand ambassadors. That's what we are, brand ambassadors.
Okay, just one more question because we're running out of time with Judy here. No, not from you, Donny. Adam Smith, do you want to ask anything?
It's not really a question. I am sick to death of people being offended and trying to make decisions on behalf of other people. And I think, as Judy's made some excellent points tonight, I think there is some jealousy involved as well, because we're getting people that, who've not been in the game of promoting brand ambassadors, ring girls, whatever you want to call them. They've not been involved at all. They're just trying to make comments from some sort of high ground, saying that, and being offended and saying women are objectified when they've had no experience of it whatsoever. Judy is obviously making getting paid some decent money. She's enjoying her job. She's not been offended before, and she's using that to do higher education studies and stuff like that as well. I think it's an excellent example to some of the young girls out there of a way where they can do one thing and then help to develop it in other ways as well. I just think it's a good thing that boxing so far, and it might change because the world that we live in is pretty mad today. But boxing so far has stood up and kind of said, no, we're not going to bow to the you know, political correctness madness that has happened in the likes of darts, F1, and you know, advertisements on the TV and stuff like that. I think so far boxing has stood up, particularly the likes of Frank Warren. I know the Sauerlands have had strong words to say on it, and I think that's good that we're standing up for the traditions that we've got, and it, you know, it seems part of the night out at the boxing. But I've read the piece what you referred to earlier, Steve. Where Judy was making comments in regards to, you know, we've got girls going in the ring with a crop top and some and pants on, but yet the fellas in the ring have only got shorts on. So I mean, when are we objectifying men as well? You know,
a glowing endorsement for you there from Smido, Judy.
Yeah, I think those are all like really, really valid points. He's 100% right there. Like these feminists, like I would listen to them more if they actually were, like one of them was ring girl and did it for a night and then felt objectified, then I might listen. But these are just women who they have no understanding of what we do because they've never done it before. So they shouldn't be commenting when they actually have never experienced it. They have no say because they haven't experienced it. They don't know how it feels to walk out there and be a ring girl because they aren't ring girls, you know.
And in the piece, Judy, I read that your sister's recently come out as a feminist.
No, my sister's always been a feminist.
All right. What do you think?
She's always been a feminist. Like when I won Miss King Ireland a few years ago, and when I first won that, she was saying, "Oh, it's objectifying women." But you know, I never took any criticism on board because I'm a qualified lifeguard. I wear a bikini to the beach. I don't think I'm objectifying anyone. You know, I think everyone's entitled to their own opinion. But I think if you're not working as a ring girl, then you shouldn't be able to comment on it because you don't understand that area. So you should just mind your own business. I think all these feminists, they should just mind their own business. They obviously have nothing else to be doing with their time. Like, I'd love to have the time to be sitting down analysing everyone else's jobs. I'd love that. I don't have the time to be doing that. I don't have time to be commenting on other people's lives or trying to be putting other people out of work. You know?
Just the final question for me, Judy. The way things are going at the moment, with things getting banned and society changing, do you think it's only a matter of time before we have a transgender ring card girl? What would you think of that?
Sorry, say that again.
What about a transgender ring card girl? Would you be against that or in favour of that?
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't mind at all.
Excellent stuff. I think
I really wouldn't mind. Like I don't mind. Like if males want to ring boys, I don't mind. If there was transgender, I wouldn't mind.
Well, yeah, actually, Steve was asking.
I really don't mind.
Steve was asking the question.
Like, I wouldn't be putting anyone out of work as long as it works. Go ahead, you know.
Yep. No, that's brilliant.
I'm open to anything. I'm open to everything.
Excellent stuff. That's good to hear. We'll wrap it up there, Judy. We do really appreciate you coming on this evening, and it's at Judy Fitzgerald _ on the social media.
Yeah, thank you so much, and lovely talking to you all.
You too. Thanks very much. Cheerio.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.